Salinas now. Salinas City Council, they voted in favor here to expand food trucks parked at private properties last night. It's part of a proposal that's been talked about for a long time, about 3 years, and now more than 50 designated locations will be available for vendors. Thanks for being here for KION News at 6. I'm Veronica Macias. KION's Jonathan Saravia, he's out there for us after talking to the owner of a food truck today who's been struggling here to get that permit. Jonathan?
Veronica, this food truck right behind me has been sitting here empty for about 3 years now. And now with the updated ordinance, they're looking to get started and up and running, offering falafels and gyros to the community. Wasim Esharani had a vision of bringing Middle Eastern food to Salinas. Esharani was able to open a restaurant several years back, but because it didn't do so well, he had to close. But their vision of running a Wrap Shack persisted. After seeing several food trucks in Salinas, his wife thought it would be great to start their own.
It was like, it was a gas station and the traffic we have, so I thought that's a good idea to introduce the Middle Eastern food. It's to Salinas, and while I'm already here at work, so I can, overseeing and supervise and cook the food and serve it to Salinas community.
But the previous food vendor ordinance prevented them from getting started. There were only some 32 permits out there, and now with the recent expansion, more food vendors will be allowed to set up and they will finally be able to operate.
We have to do it the right way. I want to do everything the right procedure, go to the city and get the permit and follow the step by step.
The Wrap Shack will be operating out of their family-owned Exxon gas station south of Main Street in Salinas. But Councilmember Steve McShane says not everyone was on board.
Those that have the existing permits were fearful that their business could be impacted. It didn't come without some pushback, just because it is an expansion and there are some unknowns. And for that reason, we'll come back and visit it again in 6 months.
Councilmember Steve McShane says food trucks don't currently have the oversight that they should. This is why there will also be an enforcement component to make sure everyone is playing by the rules.
There are some issues with location, hours of operation, not to mention health and welfare of employees, guests, and what have you. The idea is that through permitting and through the revenue generated through these food trucks, it won't necessarily be a huge cost burden on the city.
Veronica, I'm also told that there was about 600 people on a wait list to start their food truck business. And now with this updated ordinance, we're expected to see more food trucks around Salinas. Reporting live in Salinas, Jonathan Saravia, KION News, Channel 546.